BYDFi is a crypto exchange on desktop and mobile where you can spot trade, futures trade, use leverage tokens, and copy the trades of top traders. If you sign up with the link in the description, you get a free $100 when you deposit $100. There's hundreds of crypto available on their spot exchange, as well as a free test account so you can practice futures trading without getting wrecked. BYDFi. Hello everybody, welcome back. We're going to talk about XRP today. We're going to have a quick rundown of the traditional markets first, and then obviously Bitcoin as well. It's not all bad, but it's not particularly good. So looking at the S&P, we're at this major area of resistance, right? So it's an ascending triangle, which I believe to be more bullish than bearish. I think we're more likely to break out of this than break down. The rest of the market looks a little bit ready for a pullback, in all fairness, given to us by a euro dollar. Obviously, Dixie wanting to go up. Excuse me. But this chart, again, it's not opened yet, but this chart still looks okay. Now, ascending triangles like this are likely to break out rather than down. We're getting towards the end of an apex, though, so the closer we get to the end of it, the more likely it is to have a fake out. So if we did break out from here, the first target is only up here around 4,300, more or less, give or take, and then probably consolidation from there. So it's not a major breakout, it's just a breakout and continuation of this trend. Again, you know, we've been in this uptrend for a while now. I've said more or less from when it happened that I think that this is the low for the stocks. Still believe that to be the case, but we could come down later on in the year to revisit that, especially if the dollar continues to run and it breaks above 105. So 105.6, I believe. So we are looking for pullback at some stage and recognize we are at resistance. So we just quickly have a look at not BSV. We'll have a look at euro dollar. So still moving down, still facing down, but on the 4 hourly we've got 1, 2, 3 drives of bullish divergence, and so I actually think that we'd be looking to see a move up to 107.6 at some point, and then that would just be an area to find a resistance from. So this could be the one now that moves us up a little bit. So we might have a little bit of upside in the markets now, as this looks okay, and it might be enough to push that S&P up to that level of resistance. And again, if we think about the Dixie, well, all we see with the Dixie is quite significant bearish divergence on the 4 hourly. But again, it would just be a bullish retest of something along the lines of maybe even the 50 exponential or the 200 exponential in order to get picked up. And yeah, we're talking 105.2. That's our resistance on the Dixie, but I'd focus mostly on the euro. So we are gonna talk about XRP, but first let's think about Bitcoin. What we're looking at here on Bitcoin, we're on the 1 hourly. We see drives of bullish divergence on the way down here, which is good. We've come down to hit that major level of support, 26,600. So that's okay. That's okay. If there's an area to try and trade a bounce from, this would be it. But it's still within a descending triangle of its own. Getting towards the end of the apex again, sitting at the support. So trading within a triangle is okay. You can try that. It doesn't take long to know if you're wrong. Supports here. If you break down from there, it gets nasty. If we move up, then the top target realistically is going to be the top of the triangle, which is somewhere just below 28,000. It's not a great setup, to be honest with you. It's not really a setup that I'd really try and take advantage of, but it is there. And again, if we break down from here, then we do go into a bit more of a consolidation at that point, a deeper downtrend with all those areas that we've highlighted on weeklies, dailies, and whatever, all the way down to around 23,000 at this point now is the lowest target that you'd be looking for. But there's many areas on different timeframes to get picked up on. Anyway, you don't want to know about all this. We want to talk about XRP. So let's start with the XRP to USDT chart. And again, it's still a very nice looking chart. We got that move all the way up to the 52, I believe. Was it 52? Yeah, 52, almost 53. So that worked out exactly as expected. That was a great setup. That was given to us on a 4 hourly. And then we were looking to extend that to a daily setup. Now, the daily setup would be a pump signal given to us on an Ichimoku cloud. We've not got that yet. What we're waiting for is this portion of the cloud to go green, and when we've got that, we can reassess the situation. So we're looking for green cloud of the leading portion of the cloud to flick green. We've already got a positive cross here, so cross, price action above the cloud, and the cheeky span above the cloud. So we are waiting for this to go green. Once that's green, you do have a pump signal. It doesn't immediately pump. This is a pump signal on a daily, so it can take days, maybe even longer, maybe even over a week to play out, which means that given the pump signal, you can see a consolidation into moving averages, which is where you'd think about picking it up from. So just think about that realistically. But at the moment, we don't have it. So without it, we shouldn't really expect a pump we should just think about consolidations at this stage now anyway. And on the daily, the next major level to pick this up would be around the 10 exponential, which is around 48.8 cents. And if we lose that, then a really strong area of support is down here at 46.6. Again, these trend lines, not trend lines, these moving averages are trending up anyway, as the price action has been pretty significant since we decided that it was going to go bullish about a week ago. So there's areas on the chart to buy the dip from XRP with or without the pump signal. And there's one thing I thought I'd just bring to your attention. We looked at this on the live stream last night. So if you go over to the Bitcoin pair, we actually do have the pump signal on the Bitcoin pair. Now this XRP to BTC is always quite a decent chart to look at because first of all, it's heavily traded. You've got 628 Bitcoins in a 24-hour period have gone through this chart. So it's not a Mickey Mouse chart, it is heavily traded. And what we see is the pump signal that we're waiting for on the Tether pair, but it's present on the Bitcoin pair. So green portion of the cloud, green, the leading portion, sorry. We've got our price above the cloud, we've got our cross down here, and the cheeky span above price action. So the pump signal is in play already for the Bitcoin pair. So I would expect to see Bitcoin, the XRP to Bitcoin do something, whether Bitcoin and the market goes into an uptrend or downtrend. I believe that that this chart will prevail, right? So when you get a pump signal like this, you pump it up to the next major area of significance, which for XRP really is only up to, what was it, 1960 sats. But if that breaks, then we've got 2,200 sats, which is on the table for us there. Now, if we just stand back and admire this chart really for what it is, we look at this on the stream quite frequently, and every time you come into this buy zone is worthy of a buy anyway, with or without signals or whatever. This is a decent area for XRP to be bought from. It's always had a decent reaction since we've messed around in this area. And so this is a good example of that. Kapow, there's another good example of that. Bang, bang, bang. We've found a lot of supports within the box here with significant runs. We did break down here, we accumulated here for a big run up, and basically we've been in and out and in and out and in and out of it. So always think about this buy zone as a buy zone for XRP that really you shouldn't be sitting around in for too long. Historically, it's actually worked out more often than not. And again, you're talking spot trading here, aren't we? Because this is a Bitcoin pair, so you're looking to rotate Bitcoin into XRP and whatnot. So yeah, we're outside of the box now. So we've had a positive reaction from the bottom of the box. Now we've got our pump signal, and we're outside of the box. We've got these two areas. We've got 1960 and 2,200 sats, all on the table for XRP to grab. Now I believe, from what I understand, what I've been told is that XRP's court case is due to come to an end in the next few weeks, and we'll see the results of who's going to win, the SEC or XRP. It's not for me to say, but I would be very surprised if XRP didn't come out on top. I do feel like the SEC are pretty incompetent, and I don't know what it is that they're playing at, but I just don't think they've got enough clout to even try to deal with it. It just looks like a win for XRP, to be honest with you. And we were sort of discussing a little bit on the stream last night about what this is going to mean for XRP and alts in general. My expectation is that if XRP comes out on top, it will be bullish for XRP. There'll be a FOMO ensue and then probably a big sell-off, so just be prepared for that. And if that is the case, then these targets that we've highlighted on the chart for the next big move, which starts at 60 cents for a major top, all the way up to into the low 90s. So this is definitely an area of significance based on its own chart with its own merit, never mind a FOMO pump given to us by something on some development or win in the court case. But yeah, you'll probably see a bit of confidence resume in altcoins in general. That's my expectation. That's what I think is going to happen, because everyone will be like, "Oh, SEC, you're useless." Okay, fair enough. Just keep just keep doing this if you want. You're just not gonna. You're not gonna get anywhere unless you change your approach, or there is some actual regulatory framework for you to work within. At the moment, there isn't. So I don't know what it is you're playing at. I think XRP will sort of shoot up, big FOMO. All alts will shoot up FOMO, and then with just standard FOMO, which is Captain Noobmaster's favorite trading strategy, gets sold off. So we'll have a pump and a dump probably in the markets. off the back of that situation. But XRP is primed. It's one of the best altcoin charts out there. Even today, you know, where we're pulling back with Bitcoin, we can see the strength of XRP to Bitcoin. We basically, and there still are in a series of higher highs, higher lows coming from the bottom of this box, with a target, I would say, realistically of between 1960 and 2200, which probably, you know, if we think about it, probably would be the equivalent of the 60 cent zone, for an 18% move there. And if we were to pump from this area into the 60 cent zone, yeah, we're talking 16, 17, 18. Yeah, so it's they're marked off into the same level. So that is a decent target to go for, is that 60 cent zone. But in the interim, we are at the mercy of all markets. So, like I say, I think that we're looking for a bit of a bounce on the euro, only a new lower high really to then go onto a lower low. The short signal was present on the euro dollar, and pump signal present on the Dixie itself. But nothing goes down or up in a straight line. There's always going to be, you know, moves counter to that. And given the bullish divergence that we've seen on the euro, I think we see a move up into that area. Then that should help sort of move markets up. I know Thursdays are often a bit of a sort of negative day, but just that's hocus pocus to me. Based on what we see here, I think we're looking for continuation. Generally down, but not today. I think today, if anything, we're going to get a bit of a bounce in the market. But we will know if things start to really get bad, because Bitcoin will lose 26,600, and at that stage we'll be targeting 25,165 really, and probably a little lower than that, just above 23,000 when it's all finished. Won't happen straight away, but that's the destination. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there. Hopefully that has been insightful. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're not already. Join the Patreon if you want to do the live streams, and the Telegram is free. All the links you could ever want are in the description below. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take it easy.